What's going on YouTube? If you're new around here, I just want to let you know that I upload daily search and destroy videos, so if that's your kind of thing, then make sure to drop a subscription. Enjoy the video. Alright, so this is on day 1 of season 4. I haven't really used any of the new stuff, but I can already tell you that none of that is going to be meta, so yeah. This is basically the current best guns that you should use. Yeah, so the standard one is the AK-74U. I think everybody knows this is literally the best gun in the game, and it's not going to change for the rest of it. So yeah, I like to use the muzzle brake, 10.3-inch Liberator, Spetsnaz grip, Grew elastic wrap, and KGB skeletal stock. Pretty much most attachments that you can put onto this gun will make it unstoppable, and it's just personal preference. But yeah, I think the most important thing is this barrel, because the task force, I know a lot of people use it, but I think the recoil is just too much on it. So yeah, this one just works way better for me. The best assault rifle right now is probably the Krig. I like to use the Microflex, Sulcum Eliminator, 19.7-inch Ranger barrel, Field Agent grip for the underbarrel, and the Airborne elastic wrap for the handle. I guess if you kind of are running around a lot, then maybe it might make more sense to use I don't know, Raider stock or no stock for a quicker sprint to fire time. But yeah, I think the 30% ADS time is kind of hard to pass up on, so I usually prefer to use this one. So I don't think this gun really needs an introduction. The LC10 is the plague of Call of Duty for the last 2 seasons, I suppose, whenever it came in. Really good gun, all-rounder. You can kill people up close really easily. You can kill people from far away with the right attachments. Yeah, it's probably the most balanced gun in the sense that you can kill people from pretty much anywhere, but it's imbalanced because it's, yeah, literally better than pretty much everything else. So I think the best attachments are the Sulcum Eliminator, the 14.5-inch Ranger barrel, and the Field Agent grip. I think these 3 attachments just make it unbelievable at distance. So yeah, the Serpent wrap is the handle I use, and the Raider stock. Pretty standard. Yeah, not much really explanation needed. Again, a pretty standard class. So I think this works with pretty much any SMG. I guess the 7.4U is probably the best, or the LC10. It's the most common one, but then you just have the sniper rifle. I like to use the Tiger Team barrel just for that extra 1-hit potential. Bruiser grip for a little bit of extra movement speed. Fast mag, you can use, I suppose, 7-round or 7-round speed mag, a lot of people use, but honestly, I don't think you really need that many bullets with it, so I prefer to use just the fast mag. Serpent wrap is probably the best one since the nerf, quotation marks. And marathon pad, or probably Raider pad, is the best stock. So yeah, I was talking about the best AR being the Krig earlier on. This one is close second or close first, I'm not really sure. They're both really good. I made a few videos of this recently using this exact class, but yeah, Microflex LED, Spetsnaz compensator, 19.5-inch Liberator, the Grew elastic wrap, and the skeletal stock. Pretty standard again. Works so well. You get a really cool skin with it if you bought the battle pass a while back, but yeah, very solid gun. So a little bit different. I don't really use these very much. Sometimes I might use them if I'm kind of having a bad day or whatever, like gameplay wise, where I really am struggling to get like a, you know, a 20 kill game or whatever, because it's insane how easy these guns are to use. So but yeah, it's either between this one and the Type 63, but honestly this gun, it just feels a little bit better. I think it shoots a little bit faster, so yeah. I like to use the axial arms, the Sulcum Eliminator, the Strike Team. Yeah, it does the same amount of damage, but it just has doesn't affect recoil as much. The Field Agent foregrip and the Raider stock. Sometimes I like to use no stock on this, but recently I've just been using this for the extra movement speed. If you watch my gameplay recently, you'll know that I am madly in love with this gun. I don't think it's meta. I just think it's just so fun to use. There's just something about it. There's just something so satisfying about the bullfrog. I like to use the KGB Eliminator, the Liberator barrel, Spetsnaz grip, Spetsnaz field grip, and the KGB skeletal. Yeah, this gun just, yeah, it just beams. And I would highly recommend this class setup. Something that I only kind of started using recently because a lot of my subscribers actually started recommending me Mac 10 classes. So I have to go out and level up to the max. I always thought it had like insane recoil, which it does. But once you level it up, it's, yeah, unbelievable. So I like to use the sound suppressor, the Ranger barrel, field agent grip, 53 round fast mag, and the Raider stock. Yeah, this gun is insane at close quarters combat, so yeah, I don't think you can really beat it except for with like a shotgun or whatever. For secondaries, if you're rushing, then of course you need to use the spade or the shovel. Yeah, it gives you the fastest movement speed in the game, and yeah, it works so well. I think these amps are pretty good. They're pretty fun to use. I don't think they're OP or anything, but yeah, I think they're pretty good secondary to have if you're using an assault rifle. I think the best thing is infantry compensator, task force, 25 round mag, 5 milliwatt laser, and obviously dual wield in stock. One of them is terrible, don't even bother, but dual wield, pretty good. Again, the standard other thing you can use is the diamattis. I go for infantry compensator, task force, 5 milliwatt laser, 30 round, and dual wield. Yeah, usually use them with assault rifle or a sniper or whatever. SMG is always the spade, and bigger guns is always the either one of the dualies. Magnums, in my opinion, are still broken. I use SOCOM, task force, laser, 12 round, stock. So there's a bit of a theme going on with these. Yeah, again, they don't one hit as much as they used to. Oh my god, like they do, I would say probably 75% of the time. And you have two of them, so you can just keep on spamming left and right trigger. And yeah, you will get loads of kills with them. For equipment, if you're not using a stim shot, then you're doing it wrong. The only other thing that's viable is the smoke. In certain situations, if you like to rush and cut off certain fields of view, then that's fine. But yeah, stim shot is just, it's so overpowered with the high time to kill in this game. Yeah, it's really unbelievably overpowered, I would say. Lethal, C4. Yeah, I guess this is personal preference. I like to throw it in double tap, like I've said in previous videos. If you have a certain nade or semtex spot, then that's fine, use that. And same with field upgrade. I think field mag is the best, but I can understand in certain situations if you want to use like gas mine for the plant on the bomb, or yeah, if you want to use a trophy system, etc. Again, the perks are personal preference to some extent. I think you should, if you're using perk greed, then you have to be using tac mask, black jacket, and ninja. And then the other three are kind of up to you. But I do think that if you were only using 3, then I would say black jacket and ninja, and I guess the middle one doesn't really matter, like the blue one. What I like to do is I like to start off with this kind of a class, because gung ho gets you the faster like bouncing off walls and faster weapon changes and etc. So I like to rush in a lot with gung ho, and then later in the round, if they start to use field mags and stuff, switch to spycraft or switch to ghost. The most important one is ninja. If you're not using ninja, you're a fool. Just one more thing, the best streaks in my opinion are spy plane, armor, and the war machine. If you get these 3 together, you will be unstoppable. So one of the most common questions on my video is what settings do I use? I think it's all personal preference. And honestly, I don't think I've changed loads in the settings compared to the amount that actually is available. But yeah, I can show you anyway. Just so you know, I'm using a Elite controller. So I have these control freaks on it. And then I like to use one, can you see it there? Yeah, so I have one paddle here on the back. On the right hand side, it was just too annoying for the grip. So I use this one, and that is my A button, which is my jump button. And also I have these push down, these green things, they're trigger stops. So that basically means that when I shoot or when I pull the trigger, then it doesn't take as long. I don't need to pull it down as hard as a normal controller. So yeah. So the sensitivity I use is 7.7. I tried moving it up and down, and I felt like this one was the best. Any higher, and I kind of felt like I was just missing shots which I shouldn't have. ADS stick, low zoom, 1.1. I just messed around with it a little bit and found this one was the best that worked for me. High zoom, I probably should make that higher, honestly, but because I never snipe, yeah, I kind of just left it at 1:1, and I felt like, because I feel like if I do it higher, then I'm just gonna miss even more snipes than I already do. So yeah. Button layout, tactical. That's just so I can crouch or prone with my right stick. And yeah, melee attack is a B, which honestly I never punch. So yeah. And if I did want to start punching more, I would just put in an extra paddle on the back of my controller to try and do it that way instead. Yeah, so I leave this at default because, like I said earlier, I have the trigger stop, so I don't actually need to have the quicker shoot time with the LB and RB. I just keep them as the trigger, and then yeah. Invert vertical look disabled. I play standard response curve type. Controller vibration disabled. It just annoys the shit out of me. Aim assist, of course, is enabled. Standard enabled. Automatic. ADS behavior on hold. Hold. Armor behavior, apply one. Yeah. Stick layout is default. Disabled. So this is something that I did change. I put it down from, I think the standard is 33. Yeah, what you need to do for this is you basically just need to leave your controller down and play around with this. So go into a custom game, see if your controller actually drifts a little bit. And if it doesn't, then it's fine. You can probably put it, you basically want to put it as low as possible without it drifting, because the lower it is, then the faster you'll be able to move around your thing, and it won't actually prevent you from turning basically as fast as you need to. And yeah, you'll probably win more gunfights if you lower this down. Same again for the right min input threshold, basically the same thing. Dead zone, honestly, I'm not sure if I did change this, but I have it on 0.13. Disabled move forward, disabled auto sprint, just go to sprint behavior, disabled cancels reload, enabled equipment behavior is hold, and interact/reload behavior is tap. So for graphics, I changed the field of view to 110 from the standard 80, I think it is. I think this kind of depends on what kind of a player you are. If you're someone who likes to run around with a submachine gun, then I think that a higher field of view is better. But honestly, if you tend to sit back with a sniper or whatever, then yeah, I think probably lower. I think the normal is between 90 and 100. But if you want the kind of fast feeling gameplay, then yeah, 110 or 100 plus is usually fine. For ADS field of view, I also play unaffected. It also makes more sense for sub players or people who like to get into the close quarters action to use affected, because basically your whole screen will move in and not just your gun will move in when you're ADSing. So yeah, if you're someone who likes to sit back more or with a assault rifle or whatever, then I would say you should use independent. But if you're someone who likes to move around the map fast, then affected is the one for you. Yeah, I mean, there's no vehicles in Search and Destroy, so I don't have anything to talk about there. And motion blur disabled. Oh, this thing just messes with my eyes so much, so I just needed to disable it. So audio, no loads of changes here. That's 100 normal. Music volume 10, first thing I changed. The music is way too loud in this game, so yeah, it really, especially if you're in like a 1v1 or whatever in Search, then yeah, you need this music to be off. It's a pain in the ass. 100, 100, 100. I left this on Treyarch mix because I have my Astro mix amp, so I kind of mess around with all my audio presets there. Hit marker sound effects enabled, enabled, enabled. Voice chat volume. I usually change this depending on how loud the people in my game are. 1.8 to 2 is usually a pretty standard one, so yeah, somewhere around there. Speakers, open mic. Yeah. I didn't make any changes to the standard one in interface, so yeah, I guess that's it. So yeah, like I've said a few times throughout the video, it's a lot of these things is personal preference. So yeah, if you do use any of these classes, and you enjoy them, then please let me know. I always like to hear that I've helped somebody. If this video did bring you some value, then I would really appreciate you dropping a like, as it really helps my channel grow. If you're into daily search videos, make sure to subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck. Enjoy season 4.